I don't know if you noticed, but one of the top stars in the game, a player once known as polarizing, for some reason I never quite understood, had quietly skipped under the radar. He hadn't played in an all-star game now in 4 years. And when he didn't make it this year, there was no campaign, no controversy. But here we are in August, and Bryce Harper has quietly become one of the game's best players again. Let's do a little digging in, and we'll get to the RBIs. Bryce Harper has only one full season that was great. His 2015 was a monstrous 10-win, 10-WAR season. He won the MVP, slugged .649. He was on his way to another big year in 2017 when that happened. He hurt his leg running over first base. He played just 111 games, still slugged up near 600. He was on his way to another great year, but it didn't finish off. Then, some relatively lower production. In his last year with the Nats, first year with the Phillies, back-to-back, 380 on base, slugged .503. Those are good numbers, but they're not great. But lost in the Phillies' disappointing 2020. Last year was an excellent hitting season, 420 on base, slugged .542. Harper led the league in walks, was 9th in the National League in OPS+. That was in the 2-month season, so it just didn't bring him a lot of credit. Nobody noticed. The Phillies were bad. But that high level has continued this year. And check out where Bryce Harper is in hitting if you combine last year and this year, which, by the way, amounts to about one full season. Harper is 3rd in all of baseball for those with 500 plate appearances. Again, 3rd overall. You see that we highlighted it for you. OPS plus 165. He trails only Fernando Tatis and Juan Soto. He is tied for 5th in Soto in runs created, that's hitting volume, and 6th in win probability added. So Harper is solidly a top 10, probably top 5 hitter in the game. Just this past week or so, a lot of us started to notice, right? The Phillies taking over first place, Harper a big part of it. But I also noticed there was a lot of talk about Harper not being a serious MVP candidate because he only has 45 RBIs. There are, admittedly, 6 hitters in the National League with over 70 RBIs. So there's a big difference. I had to check. I didn't know this. It counts. I don't look at RBIs. RBIs, though, they count, but it's a very team-dependent stat. So I'm here to tell you, the thought that Harper is somehow not clutch and not MVP caliber is utter nonsense. This year, he does have 18 solo home runs. 18 solo home runs, a lot of solo shots. But let's think about what that means. Last Tuesday, he hit an 8th inning home run to make it 5-2. Phillies over the Nats. They held on to win 5-4. It's a big home run. On Thursday, he hit a solo shot to make it 2-0 Phillies. The Phillies scored 4 in the 9th to beat the Nats and win by 1. So that one run mattered a lot. On Friday, the opener with the Mets, he hit a 2-run homer in the 8th to make it 4-1. Oh, so did it matter? The Phillies won 4-2. Those 2 runs really mattered. On Sunday, he hit a solo shot with a 2-0 lead. The 3-0 lead held up. That run provided an extra cushion. Harper right now is 11th in the National League in win probability added. That's the stat that adds up how much win probability you literally add to your club with your hitting. Clutch. In fact, over the last 3 seasons, and we're going to include that full season of 2019, Bryce Harper actually has the 2nd highest win probability added in all of baseball. This is clutch. He's 2nd. Only Freddie Freeman is above him. Juan Soto is 3rd. But wait, there's more. It's actually rare, and I study this. It's rare, even for a big-time hitter, to get into the WBPA, win probability added, top 10 year after year, because it's a combination of clutch and opportunity. Even Big Papi, David Ortiz, very clutch, led the league twice in that category. He made the WPA top 10 a total of 6 times in his 17 full years. Bryce Harper has made the top 10 6 times already in his career. In fact, each of the last 6 years, 6 in a row. This is difficult to do. You've got to be really clutch. He was 2nd, number 2 in the league in the MVP season, 5th 2 years back. Again, he's 11th this year, so he can make it 7 for 7 if he just jumps up a little more. So if Bryce Harper isn't driving in runs, it's likely not many guys are on base, or he's just winning games by driving himself in. So Mike Trout became the best player in baseball a couple of years back. Fernando Tatis is now poised to challenge. Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna, Jacob deGrom, all ascending to greatness, right? But baseball is more exciting when Bryce Harper is a top star, and he is again.